Alrighty guys, welcome back to the Gaming Juliet More. And anyway, this is, we just got this in the mail. This is our Emio The Edge joystick. This is the version 2. So, I've been doing a lot of research online because there's obviously two versions of this. And we'll have two different UPC codes, as well as this says it's a version 2. So this is the one you want, guys, because apparently the version 1, which is sold online, so you got to be careful that you don't end up with it and you try to get this version 2. So you want to make sure that you go by the UPC code and the have this print above the UPC that says that. See, as you can see here, and there's the item number 00141, and then as you can see, the Edge joystick version 2. Now this took a lot of reading to get all the information I needed. So anyway, we just got it, so we're gonna open this up and I'll give you guys my first initial impressions. I did, like I said, read a lot of stuff on this joystick. Some people, a lot of the complaints, a lot of the goods and the pros and cons of it. So anyway, let's get this puppy opened up and we'll take a look at it. So you guys are seeing it just as I am. I got a pretty good deal on this one. Normally they're going for what I found online between I'd say around the $35 to $40 range. I got it for $24. So we'll take it out and we'll take a look at it. So let's see. Let's get everything out of here. So. Alright, there's the booklets. So we'll just get the box out of the way here so we can get right down to the meat and potatoes of it. Alright guys, so this is the joystick. Comes with like a tips and tricks book. I know a lot of people have already went through the artwork and stuff, so like I said, it's got some pretty cool artwork. I'm trying to do all this one-handed, guys. So this is it, and won't go all the way through it. There's the user's manual. Now this also includes a bat top. Like, I'm learning more now, I guess, doing research on this one about the different arcade sticks. So anyway, so I've been learning like some of the terms for the different knobs and stuff like that. So let me get this thing up open here. Trying to do this one-handed, and it's like not easy. Give me just a minute here, guys. We'll take a look at this. There's the bat top, and as you can see, I mean, it's pretty well made. At least, it's pretty heavy plastic. Got a nice brass fitting on the end of it. And then it comes with, already on it, the ball top. So like I said, guys, I'm learning all these terms because I'm not very good at arcade games. But I do did have an NES Advantage a couple of different times throughout my life. So this thing will be very cool to use on my NES Classic. Now, another thing to note, guys, the version 2, now the version 1 was supposed to come with an adapter. Now the version 2, which I just showed you by the UPC code, apparently it's supposed to be integrated. So now I just have the power cord, and apparently it's built into the box now, I guess. And where the version 1, it will actually come with some kind of a dongle / adapter to get it to work on the NES Classic. So now we're going to go over what I was reading online and what I'm going to do with the joystick as far as upgrading it. So anyway, one of the things people were complaining about, now this is supposed to be, some people say it's a Sanwa joystick, but from what I've read, mostly it's a Sanwa knockoff joystick. So I remember it was supposed to be pretty clicky. And obviously because where I play my games at, my fiance sleeps next to me, so I, gotta try to make this quieter. So there it is. To me, it's not clicky, not like what I was seeing on some of the other videos. It just seems like this joystick is really, really loose and doesn't really click that much. Like, I mean, it clicks, but it's not loud. Like, not as audible as some of the other videos I was watching. And I'm pretty close to it. So, I mean, it feels good. It's not, like, overly tight. Like some of the reviews I was watching, it's actually pretty loose. And not, like, what I would consider loud, overly clicky. I don't know how well it's going to play until we actually go in and hook it up to the system. Now on to the buttons. Now, like I said, back to the joystick real quick. So one of the complaints people were saying was, which is the same thing I have a complaint about with the actual controller you get with your NES Classic or your NES Classic, was the down issue. Like when you go to push down or something, or in my case with my NES gamepad or my NES Classic gamepad, is when I would be pushing over, the joystick, the directional pad, the D-pad is really loose. I'll show you guys when I do the video of playing this. And so when I would play Battletoads or Double Dragon, it kept wanting to kneel. Even though I was pushing over and even making it a point to push over, it kept wanting to push down on the D-pad and make you do something you weren't trying to do, like kneel down, and that would end up getting me killed. So so that was an issue with the one from Nintendo, their factory one. So we'll try this out. We'll see how it goes. It's not like what I would say is overly clicky at all. Like, it's actually pretty decent. Now, I don't know if this is an actual Sanwa, like when they upgraded the V2, but we'll, when we actually start looking into this, upgrading this, we'll get into that. So anyway, this is a stock one. Now, I don't, like I said, know if it's an actual Sanwa or not until I look at it and do some little more poking around online. But the next issue that people were saying was the buttons. Now, I'm not an arcade expert. I'm sure there's a lot of folks out there that are. But these are the buttons, so I could see these actually being pretty noisy. I mean, they're not like overly noisy, but I do want to upgrade these to the Sanwa silent buttons. The same color. I'm just going to leave everything with the Nintendo scheme. But one of the silent ones, so that, because obviously you're going to be bashing really hard on the buttons or mashing them or whatever to play certain games, you know, arcade games, you know, like Battletoads, Metroid, stuff like that. So these buttons, you know, they don't feel like uber bad, I guess you would say. I mean, they feel pretty decent, but they're actually more noisier than what the joystick is. So, like I said, the joystick has some clickiness to it, but it's not like really like loud to the point where it would bother somebody in my house if they were asleep. But the buttons, like I said, those seem to would be a little bit more audible. So we'll change these out for sure, but I would like to get the Sanwa silent joystick from I can't remember the name of the website, Force something. I always forget the name of it. But anyway, so we'll see. We're going to try this out and see if I guess people were saying they noticed it on Pac-Man, but we'll give it a try on Pac-Man because that was where I always was reading about the complaints. So we'll see if it actually registers down like it's supposed to, and how well it does on like a game like Battletoads or Double Dragon. Like I said, the buttons they feel okay. I mean, but they are a little more noisy than what I would prefer. The turbo on and offs seem to be okay, like as far as they're actuating like they're supposed to. You know, then you have this B and A together, I guess, right here. You have slow, start, and select, and then you have your variables for your turbo. Now, the other thing, guys, I do have Hack Chi 2. I just installed the latest version, the 2.30, and it has a mod to it that is part of the programming that I can add turbo function by simply pressing I think it's B and select, and you hold those and it will turn the turbo on and off. So I've been learning, I was able to figure that out. And it also has a reset function, which I was able to get working as well. It wasn't an issue working, where you can hold the select and start down together, and it will actually do the reset if you don't have it on if you just have your stock controller, or if you're you get that one of the aftermarket NESC controllers, like the aftermarket controllers. Not all of them will have that where you can go reset without having to get up. Well, that's the nice thing about that Hack T2. Now, I've been also playing with RetroArch on. I haven't been able to get it to work yet, so I have to see if there's like another patch thing or a file I have to add to it to get it to work on the latest version of Hack T2, which is 2.30. But RetroArch, I wanted it for the cheat codes, because apparently you can use cheat codes just by using the in-game menu on your NESC, but I haven't been able to get it to work successfully yet. I did get it installed, but I've just not been able to utilize it. So I have to do some more research, because I'm in really dark waters with that, because I don't really understand what I'm doing. I will get it done. I'll show you guys later on. When I get this hooked up, I'm going to try to get it done tonight to see how well this plays. So anyway, so it does come, like I said, with a bat top, and then the ball top. It does have its dust cover on it, so this dust cover, I guess, just rests up here if I can even get it to come up. Let me grab my still can't get a hold of it. Hold on. There we go. Now, from what I understand, guys, so as you can see, this just rests there. And there's your 4 screws that hold one part of the joystick on. This is just a standard arcade stick. These are just standard size arcade 30mm buttons. So they're easily upgraded to other ones, so that was a huge bonus with this. Was even if there were some issues with the buttons or the joystick, I can go and get common parts from Sanwa, or say Mitsu, or one of the other brands, Hayabusa, I think is how you say it. Any of that stuff I can put in here. It's a direct replacement, so that's a good thing. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I just kind of wanted to go over the controller before we start getting on and jamming out on it and seeing how it works out. And that's it for now, guys. So we'll see you in the next one.